I'm Emily.
And I'm Ethan.
We're traveling across America in search of its most captivating communities.
All the while, we're working from the road and taking the adventures as they come.
This is
Remote!
I am in Morgantown, West Virginia, and the reason we came here is that Morgantown last year announced that it was going to pay remote workers $20,000 a person in cash if they move here. So that's obviously pretty enticing, so we decided to come check it out.
Dogs in the morning. Dogs in the afternoon. Dogs at night. Dogs at all times.
Despite the chilly winter weather, we still enjoyed ourselves frolicking around the town park and enjoying the public art and beautiful views of the surrounding hillside. Anyway, some initial observations. All the homes are just like right up against each other. People don't really have yards. I would not call it a walkable city, but nor is it really a drivable city. Like, all of the roads are pretty much one lane. And so, a car comes the opposite direction. It's just a big cluster pup. And so I'm not surprised that pretty much the streets are empty. You don't see anybody like walking around. On the bright side, it is built into the sides of rolling hills, which is really pretty. I love towns that are built in the hills. Like many places in West Virginia, Morgantown had a cool local craft scene. We enjoyed perusing the downtown shops and galleries, which were a great place to stock up on gifts. Also similar to the rest of the state, Morgantown seems to have problems keeping its water clean. For all that they have done to court remote workers, though, the infrastructure just isn't here. Well, I don't have phone service anywhere in the whole town, and the Wi-Fi everywhere we've gone is kind of cutting in and out, and there aren't coffee shops with space to work. The businesses are all tiny. Every store, I am afraid to move my arms because the aisles are so thin that I'm gonna knock stuff over. So maybe Morgantown's not quite our dream town, but we had one more place to check out before leaving West Virginia. Poor buddy.
Wheeling, West Virginia is the nail capital of the world because they produce more nails than anywhere else and dump them all in the river here.
Hopefully not. We came to Wheeling because I had seen a lot about it on HGTV, which I'm sure a lot of people watching this know exactly what I'm talking about. There are a lot of historic mansions in this area, and they are crumbling, and so the city pays people who are willing to restore these old historic mansions. So if you're somebody that knows a lot about building, you have contracting background and whatnot, then there's super good opportunities there for you. One of my main complaints about Morgantown was that it wasn't really walkable. I will say Wheeling has beautiful sidewalks everywhere, and they have these stairs going up the hill so that you don't have to walk along the roads. You can just like climb up the hill on the stairs. So kudos to them for putting that in place. I don't hear it often enough, but the ability to go for a walk is one of the most important things you can ask for from a place to live. Stayed in downtown Wheeling at a surprisingly nice hotel, which was equally surprisingly deserted. And in fact, the entire downtown ended up being deserted almost the whole time we were there. There was a really nice riverside park, and it was like you could tell somebody had put in all this work to make this really nice place, and then no one was using it. I don't know where all the people are, because there were all kinds of like little towns around there that seemed to have more people, but it was just like downtown Wheeling, like nobody wanted to be there.
And it was a cool place, but it was just like uninhabited. I talked to the locals and they were like, yeah, anytime we want to go anywhere, we leave Wheeling and go to Pittsburgh or the mountains. Nobody, it seemed like, stayed in Wheeling, which we found out the night we wanted to go out to eat, and there were like no restaurants. And so we ended up going to a bar, which actually had pretty good bar food, but it was like very evident that the food options were limited.
Yeah, places have pretty good vegetarian options though. And in general, the city has so much potential. It really could be a very cool place. Just gotta infuse some life into it somehow.
Give it 5 years and we'll come back and see.
This is my friend, Maurice. He's a silverfish. He's made mostly of cotton candy.
Ugh. Oh no, God, don't.
I'll take you over there. Here you go.
Oh.
We came to Wheeling during the winter holiday season, and there were many delightful activities.
We're in West Virginia and have just sighted the very rare green Christmas bear.
Just as we were heading out of town, something wonderful happened. The first snow of the year.